Hello, ladies, gents, and Italians currently gobbling the very best of meatballs. Enjoy your meal, kiss your mother for me, and your grandmother as well. Our last visit was a little contentious, but I think we can patch things up. Welcome back to Spelunky 2.5, where unexpected nonsense continues to happen at an alarming rate. Now, Mr. Gearing, Benjamin, Ben, can I call you Ben? I'm gonna call you Ben. When I wish you happy birthday right now, when I wish you happy birthday in this day of our Lord, the 19th of June, 2025, I want you to know I do it with some measure of trepidation, much as I have some trepidation when I open the way to the violence with this shopkeeper. I'm just leaving. No, buddy. Actually, am I leaving? Am I leaving? Or am I trusting that the shopkeeper is going to kill himself? Ben, I wish you happy birthday right now. It is with some trepidation. Your brother tells me that you basically hang on every word I say. I don't know if he exaggerates or not. I'm going to operate with the assumption that he doesn't exaggerate, and I would like to dissuade you from this path. Dissuade you from this path of hanging onto every word that comes out of my mouth. Where is this man? He's just still stuck in there. How is that even possible? That's right, the flare gun is complete ass when it comes to attacking things in one tile. Is it really just jumping in there? Why? The rope, he got stun locked by the rope. Is he just never going to come out? Now he comes out. I was just disturbed. Maybe. Oh! Amazing. Look, this man attracted me in a fatal way. He was my femme fatale. He was my star-crossed lover. I could not stand to be apart. I had an obsession that I needed to sate. Perhaps much like the obsession in Ben's heart. Your brother tells me you watch every video. You even keep quotes in your phone of silly things I may say. I don't know how innocent this is, or how disturbingly obsessive this is. But either way, I would advise wholeheartedly against such a close-knit idolatry. I don't know what the hell that was. Why did I get damaged by that? And I'm not saying it because, oh, I don't want you to check out where I live and wait outside my door with a knife and then say, stab me in the chest and I'll stab you, Mr. Blargo. It will be a fun game and you will remember me forever. Not because that may happen. I'm talking in a very general sense of the folly of parasocial relationships. And of course, you know, this is a much discussed topic on the internet. It may or may not be a fully, completely, entirely harmless and healthy relationship. So, you know, if that is the case, my bad. I don't mean to assume in any capacity, but it is more entertaining if I imagine that you are chomping at the bit. You didn't just click subscribe and hit the bell for notifications. You set an alarm clock at 7:59 Alaska time. And you put it on Alaska time because you know how important it is to make that distinction. Because you live in Alaska time, you see. And right before that video gets published for the public, you get yourself naked, rub yourself with castor oil, and engage in truly despicable, vile acts of sexual gratification as you listen to me bitch and moan about the shopkeepers and how Spelunky 2.5 has gone too far in this particular area. Did we piss off the shopkeepers in the last one? Oh wow, this is cursed, brother. Having this man... Actually, no, it's fine as long as he just stays there and we go on top. We're going to be okay. So we're going to do one of these. We're going to go back, grab myself a dog. Filth. There you go. Good, good. Give me that. We're going to make this work, all right? It's okay. This dog is going to very peacefully go to the exit. Oh! Gorgeous. And this maniac is not going to turn around and kill me. It's all right. It's all good. I'm too smart. I'm too smart for the likes of you. Fool! You know, I obviously can't possibly blame you for being so into all of this. I too, if I were not myself and I encountered myself on the internet, I would drop to my knees in abject adoration of this barely human creature that has graced my existence with its incredible privileged ultra brain. So I really cannot blame anybody that develops a unhealthy obsession with my loins and my extremely attractive visage. Cannot believe there's just no encounter here. It's either 120% threat, super monstrosity that just I have no chance against, or literally nothing. Come on, brother. Get with the program. What is going on? So that's always a bit of a concern for any content creator. Okay, he can definitely turn around and destroy me. Let's put a bomb there. That's going to probably open the way for him too. No, it's all good. What's with this cobweb? It's not doing anything. The cobweb is not being dissolved. It's weirding me out. Why am I provoking people? Just go to the jungle. Stop being a weirdo. I can do this and we're forgiven now. No forgiveness, huh? Holy crap, almost spiked myself. Would have been fairly stupid. Air of arrogance. What does that even mean? No idea. So anyway, first of all, happy birthday to you. But also, whoops. Ooh. But also, cool it a little bit. Stop being a weirdo. Touch some grass. That's all I'm saying, okay? That's all I'm saying. Stop worshiping anybody. And the reason is, it's really not that I am concerned that you might turn into a violent psychopath and ruin my life. It's the general sense. What is this man so ultra super powered? I cannot possibly withstand this level of ability. Oh, yeah. Okay, good stuff. That could have been a complete disaster, but never punished, baby. Another level where I just don't get attacked. At a personal level, I just have never understood that drive to idolize another human being. Maybe because I am so awesome that I cannot even fathom. You know, I can't even fathom idolizing somebody else that isn't myself. Because who is there out there that is as awesome as I am? Nobody. So I've never felt that need. But of course, for all of you inferior simians, of course you would feel that way. Or you're like, holy crap, this Blargo guy, he truly is the Mensch, the Ubermensch, the ultra super Mensch. And what? How lucky is that? How lucky is that? Incredible. Let me just paste a bomb to your face. Trying to find an innocent creature to get some more sacrifices. Unfortunately, there just isn't enough flesh. So we're going back there and we're going down to the black market. Oh, that's right. That's why they have not forgiven me, because I crushed them like a filthy bug. That's what's going on there. There you go. That's why they're all so mad at me, and I have no spikes. Just go here. I don't have any need for bombs. We're just going to... What the? He was so fast. Oh, damn it. Oh, I got killed. Foisted by my own petard. It was my own weapon. I wanted to grab something. I don't know what the plan there was. There was some grand plan in my heart that I thought maybe I could pull off. The guy was too fast for me to stomp. And this time around, I really did see the shield. And I did have the plan to grab the shield. But the guy came up so fulminating, lightning fast. Cannot stop, bruh. Cannot possibly stop. This land to Blargo missile. Cannot take it. Why does this exist? What? What is this? Thanks. Thanks for this golden arrow, I guess. I am happy to have it, I suppose. Let's see what happens here. Oops. He appears to now be dead. That is unfortunate for him. Anyway, I'm here to tell you to curb your enthusiasm. It's all I'm trying to say. Because... Please, please. I just want to move things around. There you go. Come over here. Please. It's gonna happen. Don't worry about it. There you go. You go from... Grab the compass. Come over here. Drop it behind them. There you go. Holy crap! What a nightmare. Alright, we figured it out though. It's all good. Everything's fine. Took some work, but everything's fine. Curb your enthusiasm, and it's always, you know, with a heavy heart that you say such things. It's, who was it, Markiplier, that came out with that video saying, I am not your friend. He of course gets it way harder than your good old Uncle Blargo. And you don't want to discourage somebody that is enthusiastic about the things that you say and you do. Likely a like-minded individual, because they are an aficionado and they are not turned off by the absolute nonsense that comes out of your mouth. So, you know, even possibly a friend candidate. But there's something about it that is like, yeah, definitely don't want to encourage such a level. And again, I am assuming that it is an upset. Oh, well, that is unfortunate, this guy, because this guy, he does not get stunned under any circumstance. Hopefully he will not come out of there, because there's literally no way to get him onto Cali, right? Onto Cali's altar. But we kind of have to stick around, get ourselves a key. We'll make it work. Don't worry about it. All that being said, happy birthday. Happy 18th birthday, buddy. To be young again. To embrace again the brazen ways of youth. To once more regard 1 year as a unreasonable wait time. These days, in my old age, oh, don't do it. In my old age, as you get older, you hear, oh, you gotta wait a year for, oh, didn't realize that he was there. You gotta wait a year for X, whatever X is. When you get as old as your good old Uncle Blargo, you're like, hey, all right, oh yeah, I can do a year. Brother, I definitely remember a time when 1 year was an interminable, unfathomable length of time that literally had no end. You may as well say wait an eternity if you say, if you told me to wait 1 year for anything. Right around, I don't know, you probably hit 30. At the time that you hit 30, you start regarding 1 year as that is actually not a whole lot of time. It's kind of sad. Wow. Got one of these, huh? I think I'm going to super pass. Actually, no, I do have a shotgun, but it does do 2 points of damage. I meant to look down instead of going down. It does do 2 points of damage, so maybe not. Maybe just take this exit. Maybe go in here. Find yourself a possible crate. There's two things that I envy of the young and nothing else. One is, of course, a fully healthy body with no health problems. How wonderful that is. Of course, not every 18-year-old is going to have a fully able body, you know, but most will. Certainly not ravaged by the problems of age. What's back here, anyway? I don't think I've ever come to the back here. It's just a pile of resources. Awesome. This is a blessed place to bring yourself a skeleton key. Gotta be careful, though. Gotta be anticipating those mimics. Oh! Oh, there you go. Good stuff. I don't want to get teleported into oblivion. Wow, that's nice. Oh, nearly got hurt there. Okay, we don't want to stick around too long. We don't want to go through every single one of these places. The health total is pretty bad. I think we can maybe come all the way over here. Get some explosions done. Help ourselves to the stuff at the bottom of the barrel, because I vaguely remember there being some turkey. And that's what we're after. Die, 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 please. Wow. Incredible. Whether it's turkey or not, we're digging down. Yeah, it is turkey. Sweet. Get me down there. And the other one is not having erectile dysfunction, man. Having giant boners was great. No, I'm kidding. Your good old Uncle Blargo is plenty potent, has plenty of potence in that regard. The other thing is just the time. The free time that you have as a student. It is so taken for granted, man. It is outrageous. The free time that you absolutely throw into the garbage. Let's go. I haven't done summon in a while, although there's a lot of fire in the summon, isn't there? Swamp is nice. I have a skeleton key, so let's go to the summit. Skeleton key in the summit means that you get access to that secret room at the top, and you get yourself one of those crowns. The weird mask crown. When you kill that, it drops one. Yep, it sure does. Definitely ready to get myself. Why would I do that? Oops, there goes my explosion. Holy crap, brother. Might there be a resource? Sure, sign me up. Anyway. Other than that, when I think about the past and my previous life, and this may be a kind of sad statement, but it is true, and I'm gonna tell it to you. The most stressful time in all of my life, the time that I do not relish in the slightest, is school. All the obligations, the deadlines, and the stress, social stress mostly, of school. If there was a time, honestly, if the trade-off for having youth and time back is that I have to go through school all over again, I think I'll take my back pain, brother. I think I'll stick with this back pain. The miserable mornings and the shortened lifespan. If it means I don't have to deal with Jose Juan and Alejandro and Shayla and all their bullshit all over again. Of course, if I had my brain. This is saying you don't get to keep your memories other than in the vague sense of I've been given another chance. That's the thing when you start thinking about the past and, oh, what wouldn't I do with my current, what the hell am I doing? My current wisdom in that young body. But it don't work that way, turning back the clock. I mean, it doesn't work in any way. But if you were to go back, there has to be some kind of mechanism. What were you anyway? What did you do? I forget what his thing was. What the? All right. I would like to stomp you, if only for sport. Ah! Okay. So good. Everything's fine. We're going to get ourselves some good flesh, baby. Die. Don't have a ton of time here. There has to be some kind of mechanism that allows you to do things differently, because what the hell is the point of turning back time, but you don't get to keep your memories? That would be freaking stupid. That is just an endless time loop where you make the exact same decisions and nothing ever changes. That is just a nightmare scenario. That is like literal hell right there. But so you have to go back with your memories, but there also has to be some kind of fail-safe. You may notice that I have put an inordinate amount of thought into this. There has to be some kind of fail-safe that prevents you from buying Apple stock at the exact right moment that is going to go up like crazy. Buy yourself 17 Bitcoin when you can buy them for $1.50 and, you know, make your... Because that takes away the entire premise. The entire premise of turning back time, making different decisions and appreciating your new life goes away completely if you use that opportunity to make yourself rich with an extremely cheap tactic, you know. So I haven't really solved that problem, because this is basically a premise for a book, isn't it? You get, I mean, it's a super cliche premise, but it is a premise nonetheless. You get your chance to turn back the clock, redo your life with your modern wisdom and sensibilities, you know, all the decisions and the things that you have worked out for yourself. You get to go back and redo things again, but you don't get the cheap, easy way out of, I'm gonna become insta-rich forever. So what is your deal? Oh, you are a crab man, and you throw rocks at me. Do you have poison? You just outright poison. Couldn't be bothered to, I don't know, do a puff of smoke or something like that. TommTamm, come on, you're dropping the ball. Dropping the ball. Why does the Earthman do poison? This just destroys my immersion. So there has to be some kind of failsafe, otherwise you cheat the system. Well, I thought for sure that it would destroy my urn. Why am I opening crates? There's like zero reason anymore. So, you know, if I had to go back to freaking school, but then I would have all my newfound wisdom. Would I go through school knowing that I have my memories? Obviously, you would have to get into some kind of argument with your parents, right? An argument, a well-known argumentation strategy. You gotta do the argument, right? Okay, we got a goat up there. Very nice. We gotta check though if there's anything worthy up there. Because you'll be like, you cannot possibly tip your hand, so it'll also make you into a terrible liar, and you don't want to have that kind of dynamic. So it is not so simple, is it? You start thinking about, oh man, turning back the clock, getting all my opportunities back, making different decisions and all that stuff. But there's all this ancillary, all these little things that you don't think about. It's like, man, I will have to have a really weird confrontational relationship with my parents, because they would certainly not approve of me quitting school and making certain decisions. They will not understand that I'm actually a mental time traveler. So would I just simply bite the bullet and go through school and be like the coolest kid in school? Or would you be a super lame kid at school? Because let me tell you, brother, I ain't ahead with the kids currently. Why would anybody think? Well, that's unfortunate. Why would you think that, oh, if I go back to school, my current brain, I will be the coolest kid in school? No, but you will probably be super lame. Where's the man? He doesn't exist here? I thought for sure that he was a thing down here. There was the boss that you had to kill up here, right? That's different. It's different. Does he just... Is he not guaranteed to spawn? What are you? Why are you here? What? Well, that makes no sense. But I accept that it exists. Probably should be killing some turkeys, getting myself some extra health. What you got, buddy? Give me another matchup with Nega Paco. Another matchup has been achieved. No idea what I was wishing for. But it's okay because I have a shotgun. So this encounter destroy my bombs. Oh well. This encounter becomes trivialized. Give me that thing. Finally, I see myself actually picking that up. Had never seen that being picked up. And I'm going to do this because I'm stupid. Okay? I'm doing it because I want to do it and there is some benefit to doing it. And of course I'm picking this up and going to regret it in the most stupid way possible. It is such a bad idea to grab this. Why am I doing it? Don't even have access to the background layer or anything. So this is basically a massive dud. Commenting here was a huge dud. Trying to find maybe a little bit of health, that would be great. Kaboomo. Huh? There's no real reason, right? There's no reason whatsoever to explore any of this. Robot Land. I am likely to die horrendously in Robot Land with this, but I'm gonna do it. Somehow, I got to the point where I only have 2 points of health. All right, buddy. Why is that stealth monster over there? Is that an actual live creature? They are just immune, huh? Immune to explosions. What is going on here? Are they like a different version? Are you dead? What are you? Is it an item? No. No, it's just... it's just... TommTamm freaking me out is what it was. Yes, TommTamm making me feel really weird. I think it was just one of these fellas, but just dead. Alright, okay. Let's not be rained on. Let's not be elevated on. I think they're just regular old robots. Slow down a little bit. I didn't see bats spawning from that. So that seems to be a bit of a difference there. Die. Don't kill me, though. Appreciate it for putting slightly simpler enemies here. Not like a huge deal. Those were probably the least problem that you find in this place. I appreciate it nonetheless. Okay. Always look up in this place. This place can annihilate you in a heartbeat. They do spawn the bats. That's unfortunate. Well, there goes my... Oh! It did. It wasn't lost forever. All right. Great stuff. Great stuff. Give me places. Really should be looking up at every turn. I've been very, very naughty here. No. I'm gonna pass on that. Man, you get rid of them, but you don't kill them. Are they wearing diapers? What is going on here, bro? It's all very strange. You could argue that it's a good idea to come back here just to look. Most of the time, you're not going to find anything worth doing. This area is a nightmare where finding health is concerned. I'm going to have a real bad time. Actually making progress in my health total. We are very powerful soldiers. We're going to get through. We're literally a glass cannon. It's not literal. It's not a literal thing, but you know, pretty close. The concept, it is embodied in my current incarnation. There's a lot of gems trapped in the walls here. Making, bruh, making a path for myself. Who cares about the level generation when I can just move forward? That is a damsel. Ooh! You didn't get killed by a stomp? Oh, because you wear ice. Oh, that's pretty cool. That's an awesome way of getting around it. What happened there is like, it's a devil that spawns. A devil that spawns a caveman. So when you stomp on the hat, it creates the caveman that's wearing the hat. That's pretty inventive, like that. Like that. What a bit there, TommTamm. Well done. Or Harry. It is a two-brother team. I have not seen or been informed or looked up or whether this information is available. What the distribution of labor is like. Who is the dev lead and who is the code monkey. Or even if such a dynamic exists. Okay, bud. Definitely want to save the damsel. Oh, la 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 la. That's a thing that happens. Alright. Really like this. This, what's it called? This track. Maybe my favorite. Maybe even above the one in the summit. Really enjoyable. Be really careful. Just want to grab myself this rollback. Get to the exit. Watching out, baby. Look at me playing at my absolute most try-hard. Hey, there you go. 1 point of health. Hard fought. Wonderful. Wonderful. But you really do fantasize if you have a certain age about turning back the clock and not even doing things differently. Obviously, you will want to do some things differently, but it's mostly to not be so damn stupid. To not make such harebrained decisions. It is the social embarrassments that you regret the most that really tickle you in the black of night, make you feel really dumb even 20 years after. So often people will say to school age kids, oh, it doesn't really matter. You're going to get out of here and never think about it again. So, you know, stop obsessing over everything. That's a lie. That's a lie. The formative years will stay with you for the rest of your life. Those things that you're doing, that you care a lot about, they do matter. And they will haunt you forever if you make the wrong choices. Case in point.